One of the things we need to consider when thinking about Creative Commons licenses and open education resources is copyright law. This will change from country to country, so it is important to be aware of copyright laws both within your own country and in any other country in which you might want to license your Creative Commons works. At its most basic, copyright grants exclusive rights to the creators of work, reserving all rights for the author of the work. Creative Commons allows for those creators to adopt a some rights reserved approach, giving the creator freedom to share their work. To copyright or not to copyright, that is the question, if we want to paraphrase Shakespeare. The definition of what is copyrightable and how much originality a work shows can vary from country to country. As a general rule, works that are considered copyrightable are literary and artistic works. Granted, this is very broad, but things like math equations cannot be copyrighted. Much of this has to do with the distinction between economic rights and moral rights. There are other methods of protecting intellectual property. Copyright is one of a number of types of intellectual property. Others are trademark law, which protects against the confusion about the source of goods and services. Patent law gives a time-limited monopoly to inventors, generally giving the inventors exclusive rights to produce, sell, have sold, or import their patented inventions. How does a person receive copyright? Generally, copyright is given automatically the moment a work is created and lasts a long time, often 50 years after creation, but sometimes longer. This has to be balanced against the public interest, including freedom to access and the rights of people with disabilities. The public domain is a pool of works not subject to copyright. These works enter the public domain either by the copyright expiring, the works fall outside the scope of copyright, such as laws or math equations, the creator dedicates the work to the public domain before the copyright expires, or the creator failed to comply with the rules required to acquire or maintain their copyright. You probably already noticed that this particular Prezi is in the public domain. That is because I chose to put it there when I created the work. There are exemptions to copyright as well. Some exceptions and limitations are allowed by law, generally things like parody, criticism, and access for the visually impaired, as well as some other instances. This can include the fair use doctrine in the United States, which uses a 4-factor test: the purpose and character of the use, the nature of the copyrighted work, the amount and substance of the portion taken for use, and the effect of the use on the potential market. So these are all things for you to consider as you create open education resources using the Creative Commons licenses.